Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I am a Vedic astrologer. I use the Sidereal Zodiac to predict. And these are transit videos, weekly transit videos based on moon's movement and very general predictions. If you really want to understand your horoscope or if you want to make major decisions in your life, these are not the readings you should depend on. Neither my channel nor anybody else's channel. Please make sure that if you have to make any major decisions in life, you should book a reading with an astrologer who can guide you through the stars, what they are trying to tell you. And if at all you are finding these irrelevant, please see your dasha also. What dasha you are in, that dasha sign will definitely be also impacting you and will be personally, in a way, impacting you and giving you the results as well. And 50% of the readings, 50% of the predictions definitely match up whenever I'm doing the transit, because I incorporate all the planets interacting with moon, and definitely the day-to-day affairs we see from moon only. And rest of the major transits like job change, any kind of event like marriage, childbirth, health issues, we see from the outer planets, the slow moving planets. They are the triggering ones, but definitely someday an event will happen. So that is when moon actually, when interacts with all the other planets, that is the triggering one. And of course, sun, because sun transits every month in a particular sign, which is called the Sankranti. And we are heading to a Sankranti, that is Meena Sankranti in the Pisces sign. And we are heading to eclipses also because Rahu is present there. Whenever Rahu Ketu axis, whenever Rahu Ketu are in a particular zone, and sun and moon are also passing through that at the same time, that is when we are actually going to be experiencing eclipses. So a slight summary part I give in the beginning to tell you that how you can learn astrology, how you can know these planetary positions also, what they are and what they mean. So that is why the short tutorial in the beginning. So please don't get bored. I'm going to be definitely sharing the insights or the predictions in the later segment as well. Moon is going to be transiting through the 4 zodiac signs this week, and I will be sharing with you the dates. Do change your time as per your time zones, because this can be that the event is taking place a day later or earlier, because of I use India Delhi time, and wherever I am in the world I use Delhi India time because I was born in Delhi, so that is the reason I use Delhi as my base. So, and I learned astrology from Delhi itself. So that's why the base is Delhi. I cannot miss on that. And this is a Vedic system of astrology, Hindu astrology. So why not India being the base of this culture and this divine science? So let me share with you my insights, and I'll be sharing through the Kundli what exactly is the sky looking like the upcoming week. So as you know, I share through the North Indian and the South Indian chart every time. And this is the week 11. And this is from the 11th to the 17th of March. And we do have moon transiting through 4 zodiac signs this week from 11 to 12 in the Pisces sign, and then moves into Aries on 13th to 14th, and Taurus 15th to 16th, and Gemini on the 17th onwards. So when moon is in the Pisces sign to start with, it is on the 11th and the 12th, it's going to be conjunct Rahu and Mercury. And Pisces is a sign of retrospection, actually, and it is actually the last sign of the natural zodiac also. So you become little compassionate, you become little charitable during this time, and you also become little orthodox, it is reserved. You want to learn something during this time, you can be very artistic, poetic. And Rahu is there, so you can be spending on some gadgets or something that you want to, buy. So it is like on the global level, general level, I'm sharing with you the insights. So you can become a little confused because Rahu is there, so be careful. It is not the right time to make decisions. I've already made the video on whatever is like the conjunction of Rahu Mercury. I've already made the video of Mars and Saturn conjunction. Too many planetary positions are changing, shifts are happening during this week also. Then moon is going to be in the Aries sign on the 13th and the 14th, where Jupiter is waiting and Mars and Saturn are aspecting the zone as well. So Aries is the sign which is the sign of strength, which is sign of initiation, dynamic in nature, creative in nature also. So you can be full of abundant energies during this week, and you can be confident to do or take up any kind of decisions as well. Divine grace is there on Aries, though it is afflicted by Mars and Saturn since the 5th of February, especially when Mars transited through the 10th house, but it is looking at its own zone, so that affliction is minimized. So you have been very, very angry, or anguish is there, with the Mars and Saturn combination, though this aggression can be taken in stride and good way as well. Now, we have Moon transiting through Taurus sign on the 15th and the 16th. It's going to be getting exalted. Once in a month, it gets exalted as well. So this is the time for patience. Do not over, spend. Be careful. And this is the time to be having stable mind, because Moon is going to be in Taurus sign. And it's going to be lastly on the 17th in the Gemini sign, which is a sign of intelligence, planning, versatility, adaptability, logical reasoning. So you might just be more sensual, artistic, imaginative during this week by the end of the week. And you might just go in for some kind of learning languages also. This is on the, global level and in general. So when Moon is transiting. Now, what are the changes happening? What are the major shifts which are happening this week? So first of all, we are going to be experiencing Venus's ingress in Shatabisha in the Aquarius sign. Let me just try and show it to you so that you can understand this better. So Venus is going to be from Dhanishta moving into Shatabisha and is going to be in the same nakshatra as Saturn. So this is like, connecting with Rahu. So you have to be careful. The women counterparts have to be careful about their decision making. And on the global level, film industry, glam industry might just experience some shifts as well. Then we have Sun moving into the Pisces sign which is called the Meena Sankranti from 14th March to the 13th of April. I'll be making a separate video of the same as well. And is going to be conjunct Rahu. That's why I'm wearing black today, because Saturn and Rahu are the predominant planets this week. And Sun is going to be eclipsed. It's heading to eclipses. 25th, we have an eclipse. So 11th to 17th March, I'm covering this week. So Sun is going to be conjunct Rahu here. And then we have Mars's ingress on the 15th March till the 23rd of April in the Aquarius sign. I've already made the video. Please do go back and refer to that video. It's a very important one. And we do have Mercury's ingress in the Revati Nakshatra from Uttar Bhadrapada. It is going to be entering Revati Nakshatra, and that's happening from the 16th to the 26th of March. Till then, it's going to be in Uttar Bhadrapada. Okay. So these are the planetary positions this week. And Moon definitely is going to be interacting with all the planets one by one, Rahu, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, in trying to Ketu also. It's going to be, when it is in the sign of Taurus. So can you see Moon interacts with all the grahas one by one, and we have to bring the predictions alongside when we mix all the planets together. And that's where the weeklies work. Okay, so what I use, I'm going to be sharing with you that I use the predictions as per Ascendant, Moon, and Dasha, as I said, because if you don't use the Dasha sign, you will not be able to make the right kind of predictions. So if you are in the Dasha of Venus, Venus is posited in Virgo sign, suppose, so you have to make Virgo your Lagna, your first house, and see where the planetary positions are. So let's start with the upcoming week predictions for all the 12 signs. So to start with, we have to do for Aries first. So for Aries natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 12th house and is going to be moving further on in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd houses. So when Moon is in your 12th house, so this is the end of the week, in a way, like end of the cycle, because it's going to be out of the last sign this week only, which means that there is another cycle starting this week. So when Moon is with the Rahu and Mercury on the 11th and the 12th, you need to just take everything easy. Your communication, your investments, you might have some kind of emotions, outburst of emotions also. You might feel, what am I doing here? How to just combat this situation I'm trapped in? All those energies are, predominant when moon is in the 12th house. And also you feel very metaphysical, a connection with the metaphysics, with Mercury and Rahu together as well. So it's good if you can be more creative, can be more innovative, and can be more in that zone where you can rejuvenate and relax and learn something new also. Creativity is heightened. Poetic you can be, predominant as well. You can be working through your, all the future endeavors that you have to, start something, or you have to plan everything whenever moon is in the 12th house, so that you can, maybe some presentation you're preparing, you're visiting a hospital, you are in confinement yourself, you are in that recluse and aloof from the world. So that is something which, happens when moon is in your 12th house zone. But you do acquire knowledge, you understand things better, you get that clarity why this happened. So just go back and see what all happened. This is a good time to travel also to the foreign lands. If at all you are planning already, fourth lord has gone to 12 places away. So this is the time when you can fly out, or you can travel also, or you can also have some viral fever or some infection, cold throat, etc. You can have some fevers. So make sure that you take care of that as well. So this is from the 11th and the 12th, and we have Venus also transiting the same day on the 12th in Shatabisha. So that is the time period when you will be having some complications as far as your relationship is concerned, because Venus in Shatabisha means it's in the Rahu's nakshatra. You'll be healing yourself. You'll be healing your relationship. You will be getting that clarity in your relationship. You might reconcile with your partner this week. You might just work through your finances, because Saturn and Venus conjunction is a good conjunction for you. It will uplift you. I've already done the video of Venus's ingress in Aquarius sign. Please do watch that, because Saturn-Venus conjunction is definitely the Dhana Yoga. So definitely wealth-giving planets are connecting. And Jupiter is in your Lagna, Saturn is looking here, Mars is looking here, Mars transits out of this zone. And I have already done the video when Mars is going to be transiting Saturn sign and in Saturn with conjunction with Saturn also. So this is the time period that you have to be using your innovation, your creativity. This is the week when you will be actually getting more inclined to make things better in your life. The areas, the arenas which are untouched, you will be touching upon, and you will definitely be coming out of that zone of negative energies. Okay. So this is what the prediction is about. And then, moon is going to be moving into your in your first house, then second house and third house this week. So one by one, you will be making good decisions as far as your, your initiation of tasks is concerned. You might just be writing a book this week, or you might just be working through your finances, connecting with your family members, travel plans, short journeys on cards, purchasing or selling of property is also possible. You need to make wise decisions this week as far as your, your family concerns and your financials are concerned as well. So the flip side to this is that, you might just seem little unpredictable during this time. And maybe, there is some boring nature of yours that, people don't like. So you need to work on yourself as well. So be more interesting and be more creative. If you are conveying something to others, it should not be a monotony, that you're just going on sharing and it's just, a verbose. You should not be in that zone. So make sure that you have that, that kind of energy, which actually is keeping everybody, interested in your content. So you need to work on all those arenas as well. Ketu is transiting your sixth house. You have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your routine. You have to be more involved in your fitness, and you have to organize yourself. Can't be lazy. Okay. Saturn looking at the first house makes you a little lazy also. So you need to have the scheduling done and then go ahead with it. Okay. Sun is going to be transiting your 12th house. And this is the time period which is not considered to be that great as far as your expenses are concerned. Your father's health is concerned, and children moving away from you is also quite likely. For higher studies, or maybe, they are, moving away from you, drifting apart. So all those areas also you have to take good care of this week. But 17th is the time period that you have to be more communicative and do things which actually keep others involved and in gripped, and be more logical with your words. Okay. So this is what the transit positions this week are. And moving on to Taurus reading. So what is the reading for Taurus? This week, Moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, and 1st, and lastly, your second houses. So when Moon is in your 11th house, this is the time period when you will be connecting with your friends, or maybe there can be some kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding with your friends, and you feel a little uneasy because of that also. So that is to start with on the 11th and the 12th. So you should be very careful what you convey, what you expect from your friends. You can be a little more agitated also. There can be that you feel like rules are shackles, and expressing yourself as an individual is important to you, and you won't be held back. You like innovation, individuality. You'll be talking big things. You want to be more, in that zone where you are more, you're trying to be more sociable, but, people are not liking it. So be careful as whenever you meet someone, just don't go all out initially. You have to give it some time, to mix with others. You cannot just, say that, no, I want to be, I have got this friend now, I can, you started a conversation and you just take it to another level instantly, which is not going to work for you. So you need to be careful about your, you have to draw a line and don't cross that line. There's a demarcation that you need to have. See to it that you connect with your old friends also. Be supportive of them. Maybe they need your help, and there is a health concern also of your friends, so you have to take care of that as well. Moon is going to be in your 12th house on the 13th and the 14th. Jupiter is waiting there. Mars and Saturn are aspecting this zone, so you need to be very careful when you're traveling. There can be expenses on books. Maybe you will be reading, writing scriptures, you are going through that and you're making notes. Astrology, all that is definitely there. And there can be some, you're going away from the emotional drama, around. You don't want that commotion around. So you want that peace. So when Moon is there in the 11th, 12th house, you want to be in that isolation. You want to rejuvenate. You want to just, recover from the mistakes that you have committed, or, you want to just contemplate on things which are going to be leading to a better tomorrow. So like that, when you are in that isolation. Also, there can be that somebody is in the hospital, you go and visit. 12th house is the house of hospitalization, isolation, expenses, losses, also turmoils, and it is the house of imprisonment also. So it is not just that in a negative sense, but it can be that you're going to be meeting somebody who is going to be in the hospital and maybe is getting out of the hospital and you're helping. So all that is quite possible as well. And you feel more spiritual now. With Jupiter's presence there, Moon and Jupiter in your Aries sign in your 12th house, you will feel more spiritual. You will feel that, your dreams are very important. So pay attention to what you dream if you can, if you remember your dreams, write them down. Moon is going to be in your first house on the 13th and the 14th. And that's the time period when you will be having Jupiter plus Mars and Saturn in your Taurus sign 15 to the 16th, which is your first house. And that's the time period when Moon is exalted and is in trine to Mars and Ketu. So this is the energy which can lead to a positive aggression also. It can be that you have some complications also in relationship as far as your activities are concerned, or you yourself are feeling that no, I have to now mend my ways, I have to start something new, I have to accomplish some new goals, some new ideas. So whenever Moon is in your first house, it's like, you're very emotional also. Ketu is there, so you can be a little anxious also. Saturn and Sun is going to be leaving the zone, your 10th house this week. So this might be the time period when you are in that zone of changes. You're going to be making some changes at the workplace. Some tasks have been assigned. You're going to be completing them, or maybe connecting with your bosses and seniors this week. There's a presentation that you have to prepare for also. Quite likely that you're going to be working really hard during this time period. Okay. And this is also about you experiencing a flux of energy, that yes, I need to use my energy in the right direction rather than getting insecure, feeling secured, and feeling down and out. So you can work through your energies this week because Mars and Ketu are looking here. So it's a mixed kind of a feeling, with Moon and Mars and Ketu combination. It's like too much of aggression, too much of anxiety also at the same time. So it's like, when you shiver or when you shake out of anger, it's that kind of a feeling. So don't lose control, don't lose your temper. Maybe with your partner you can have some you can have it out, and you can have some outburst of emotions, and then you feel a little uneasy because of that also during this time period, especially on the 15th and the 16th. Avoid any kind of confrontations. It's better to avoid all of that. And be careful how you interpret your and other people's reaction. You can be overly sensitive, so mind it. Moon is going to be in your second house on the 17th, and that's where, it's in trine to Venus and Mars, because Mars is also going to be in the Venus, Venus, Saturn, and Mars, because it's in Aquarius sign. All these planets will be in Aquarius sign. So this is the time period, with the second house. This is a good time period. In fact, as far as your wealth is concerned, as far as your expenditures is concerned, you're going to be controlling on major expenses. Don't go overboard in your investments this week. It's not the right time. And also, you might just be making some decisions about your your financials, your budget planning. You will be making a change in your value system that could give you that security. Yes, I want to follow the norms. I want to follow the rules. You feel more grounded, actually. On the flip side, you could seem to be a little, predictable. So don't get involved in anything which makes other people boring, or you become boring, or other people are sounding very boring to you. So that is something you have to keep a constant check on, that you don't, that verbose, keep on talking and blabbering too much. So watch out, and watch your weight also. You can be on the gaining side. So you need to work on your weight, and there can be a surge in romantic attraction, and you can maybe, do something very special for your partner also. Okay, this is that kind of a week. But remember, the seventh lord is in the ninth house. So you need to, and of course, Mars is going to be in your 10th house after the 15th. So before the 15th, you need to be careful about your relationship, your father's health. You need to be careful about your expenditures. If you have to plan your journeys and travels, do it before the 15th. After that, you're going to be really having a lot of work on head, and you're going to be really very, very busy. Don't feel little uneasy and restless because what others are saying and doing. Don't compare, because you have that going on in your head. They are doing well. I'm doing so much, but they are getting all the accolades and all the appreciation and acknowledgement. I'm not. So that kind of a feeling will also be there. So you need to keep a constant check on these feelings. If at all you can avert, if you can handle, and these are all heads up for you, of course, you can definitely manage all those energies as well. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. So when Moon is in your 10th house, so you do feel a little restless and uneasy, or maybe there's a lot of work in hand and you have to complete it. There are some targets to achieve on the 11th and the 12th. You're really very, very occupied, and you're not able to even have your meal on time. So you need to take care of your, of course, first your health, and then you can go ahead, you must eat on time, because this can lead to some health issues also, because you are spending too much time at the workplace and you're not able to balance your work and life. So this is also taking a toll on your on your health. So you need to eat on time, sleep on time. Rahu is there after all. And 10th house is like, it's an important transit for you, because you're choosing to surround yourself with people who will support you. You expect others to support you. but there can be, because Lagnesh is also in the 10th house. So there is a lot of goal evaluation going on right now. What I should be doing in future, how I can achieve, how I can connect with the authorities if you're working, how I can, go into that zone where I can be recognized and get the accolades. So you are definitely in that zone even more when moon transits there. So your mind goes there even more. So 11th and the 12th is the time period you will have a lot of work to do, and you will connect with the authorities, co-workers, and you might just be you're not feeling that kind of satisfaction in your work. Oh, I can be more precise, I can do much more better. All those feelings will be there, but you're more responsible, you're handling things very well, and you do have more responsibilities to deal with. If at all there is a change coming in, so you can maybe opt for that during this time, because the Lagnesh is in the 10th house alongside Rahu and Moon also there. So this is a very positive time, in fact, to understand your goals and your changes, what exactly you want to do. Also, 13th and the 14th, Moon is going to be in your 11th house, and in the 11th house we have Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. Jupiter is already there, Mars and Saturn are going to be aspecting. And of course, on the verge of changing signs, this Mars is from the 8th house. So this is a good transit for you, because, you actually will be more involved in socializing, meeting people, craving for freedom, new things, new different ways of looking at life now. With Moon also transiting there, you're going to be very innovative, creative. You're looking for that individuality, that success, and the pinnacle of height, as if, you can reach there as well. So this is a good time period for investments, for making money out of money, sociable, innovative. There are new ideas coming in. You're going to be using your potential well. So 13th, 14th is, I would say, very good time. And sudden incomes or sudden gains can also happen in, maybe suddenly you make money out of money, and, you get those, what do you call, lottery, etc. So that is also quite possible. Or maybe you make good amount of money in your share or crypto, etc. also. Okay. So whatever you choose, do in a very pinpointed way. Don't go here and there and, multitask or something. Just utilize the opportunity you get. Be more focused this week on the 13th and the 14th especially. 15th, 16th, Moon is going to be in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of isolation. It's hospitalization, imprisonment, expenditures. You are more inwards. You can be more spiritual. You can be more involved in paraphysics. You can be involved in astrology. You can be more on the research side, or you can be a poet. You can be more poetic, or you can be learning or writing, or, some scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, something like that. This is the house of all of that, because this is the last sign of the for the Gemini natives. So you might be thinking about expenditures. You might just go out alone, and you want to just chill, relax, take a chill pill, and just laid back attitude in the 12th house. So that happens on the 15th and the 16th. And here Moon is exalted. And it's in trine to Mars and Ketu. So it can lead to some anxiety also. Your dreams play a very important role. So pay attention to what you dream, your goals also. Dream means after sleeping, the dreams that you get. And one is when you dream with the open eyes. So both the dreams you should focus on and set your goals. And definitely you feel that, you want to be in the quiet place. You don't want this commotion, drama around. So you can relax, rejuvenate, travel. You can go to a place where, you feel, maybe a religious place you can travel to also. So this is like, an isolation. Maybe isolation could be because you have a lot of work to do and you're just working and not spending time with the people around you, your family members. Or even at your workplace, you're just working in isolation because you need to complete the task. So it doesn't only mean that it is hospitalization, expenditures, and travels only. No, there are multiple things in one house that we see from one house. So it's just that you're going to be experiencing something, to do with your financials, and working in isolation also. That requires, some time, with yourself, some creative energies, which you can be using only when Moon is in the 12th house. So for a positive way to deal with any kind of placement like this, you need to see how your horoscope is, how moon is connecting with the other moon in your horoscope. Moon is your second lord, going to the 12 places away. So expenditures definitely go on the rise for you whenever moon is transiting your 12th house. So take good care of your expenses, your health also. Maybe you have to visit a doctor and spend there a good amount of money in the checkups, health checkups. On the 17th, moon is going to be in your first house and is going to be in trine to Venus and Mars. Now, this is the time period because Mars will be transiting out from here. 8th house, it will be in your 9th house. So this is on the 17th, you feel that, there is something which really needs attention. You can be a little more sensitive. You want to, that drive is there. You want to do things now. There is Saturn, Venus, Mars energy in trine to this. Why trine is so important? Because the element is the same. The element is the same means you're going to be experiencing similar kind of results when any planet is transiting in the same element. So what happens, this is the air element. So you're going to be thinking a lot. You're going to be communicative. You're going to be having those ideas. You're going to be working on those ideas, travels. These are very positive, placements. Saturn, as it is your Bhagya Lord, luck Lord in the 9th house. So this is enhancing your luck. Everything is actually slow, but it enhances it. It's not that you will get everything easily because 8th Lord is after all in the 9th house as well. We cannot miss out on that. But surely Saturn is in the Mool Trikona sign. So since it's gone there, you're learning, you're reading books, scriptures. Father's health is deteriorating, if at all you are in that age group. So you can experience all of that as well. But surely this is a very positive time to make decisions for your travels, for your, as far as your children is concerned. Maybe children are going overseas. They're going to be finding a way out. They're going to be upgrading their skills and studying more. You can be upgrading your skills and studying more this week. So these are all combined predictions I give, not just because moon is transiting here and just put an end. No, that is why it's so in-depth and so detailed. Okay, so coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. So 9th house transit is considered to be very positive for exploring the hidden realms, or maybe something which, gives you that philosophical mindset, spiritually, emotionally. You are just looking for that freedom. This is the house of freedom because 9th sign is the sign of freedom, forest. When you go out, it's like you are just having that pinpointed approach to everything. What you want to do, actually, you're going to be looking at that road, exploration, traveling, learning, upskilling more, your skills. So this can be the time to meditate, to meet people who are, in maybe your mentor, your guru, or your, seniors or bosses. You need to discuss certain things. It is also the 12th house from the 10th. So maybe you are going to be having a lot of work to do or finish off the work, or maybe you're traveling for work overseas, or you're losing a job, or you're, changing the job. Losing the job is something which, losing the job and getting another job is definitely, we have to look only when we see the, a horoscope, the personal horoscope. So these statements are general statements. Please don't take it otherwise. So this is the time period when, you will be having some exploration. You're going to be meeting people who are going to be teaching you a lot also during this time. You are, you are in that zone where, you are unwinding. When you unwind, when you are in that zone, you're just thinking about the bigger picture, how I can make a better future. So you are moving freely, with an open mind, submersing yourself in a fantasy novel, or spending time in meditation or nirvana, or, just laughing out. Sometimes, you sit and you start laughing. So that kind of a feeling you get on the 11th and the 12th. So this is like, a good time to break free from the mundane jobs, just take a break, go for a vacation. 11th, 12th is a good time for doing so as well. Ask yourself how you can make your life better. So this will be the time period you will be asking these questions from yourself. 13th and the 14th is the time period when moon is going to be in your 10th house with Jupiter, and Mars and Saturn are aspecting the zone as well. So this is the time when you will be going through, some kind of positivity at the workplace. Maybe you will be discussing some projects with your, co-workers. You will get the support that you have been waiting for from your seniors and bosses and co-workers, and, a lot of work in hand to finish. There is that, especially, you will be connecting with people. Maybe there are too many meetings that you have to finish during this time. And this is also about, your authorities and, how you can get connected to them and grow. So maybe you're discussing some projects, some new projects coming through as well. This is also about, your partner's health. Maybe, partner's aggression might be at its peak, this especially on the 13th and the 14th. So you need to balance all of that as well. You have to be more sensitive to deal with things. But this is a good period for your progressive career, but not that great for the home front. You can be little more inclined towards your job and less diversion towards your home front. So you will be having some kind of issues over there to deal with as well. And Ketu is also in the 3rd house, so this brings about complications in the relationships also. I'll be reading the chat because these are live sessions. I'll be going through the chat in the end. So you can feel more responsible. You can just finish off all the work and get more work. So it's like that period. 15th, 16th is the time when moon gets exalted in your 11th house. And it's going to be in trine to Mars and Ketu, because trinal aspects are very important. Trinal things, wherever the planets are in the trine and forming a connection with moon, it is going to be impacting our mind. So Ketu and Mars are the planets of aggression, fiery planets. And your aggression is towards making money, because this is the Artha Trikona. So whenever the Artha trine is getting active, it means that you're going to be more inclined towards how I can grow materially. You are more expressive in your expression with your friends, the social circle. But at the same time, Ketu is there, so there can be a break, there can be a deviation, there can be some complication in a relationship also. You might just spend a lot of time in discussing your ideas, innovation, concepts, and you get some result during this time. Some with your friends, maybe you're reconnecting, or maybe somebody who is going to be helping you out in your in your ventures. So 11th house is the house of wish fulfillment also, not to forget. So new ideas, concepts, humanitarian causes you'll be working through, and your desires and wishes will be definitely fulfilled. Maybe you will come across somebody during this time and you start with the friendship. There can be a new relationship which can trigger also. And this is also about your, culture, your expectation from your people around you also, we see from the 11th house. So there is a Mars and Ketu in the same trine. So you need to be very careful about your relationships. You have to handle them with care. But surely this is a very positive week for your personal success, personal growth, inner growth as well. Connecting with the bosses and seniors or influential people is also possible this week. 17th is the last day of this week when moon will be in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mars in your 12th house. It transits your 12th house in Gemini sign. See, 12th house is the house, or we can say, is the last house. You have actually discovered yourself. The whole 27 days moon has transited through all the zodiac, the whole zodiac, and comes to the end in the resting position. So your mind needs rest. But Saturn, Venus, and Mars are going to be aspecting in trine in a way. So this is aspect. Why? Because they are in the same trine. So this is something which you have to be careful about, because, this might just bring about, isolation, and you want to go away from the commotion, and you want to work in that zone where you don't want to, have any kind of drama, emotional drama, etc. And this also highlights on something which is hidden, something metaphysical, or maybe, you will have some, you will get that revelation, you know, in your relationship. You will get to know about certain things which are not known to you till now. So this is quite likely with this Venus, Mars, and Saturn in your 8th house. So this is good time to take a break. Actually, if you want to travel, if you want to go for a spiritual pursuit, spiritual journey, or you want to grow spiritually, or be more creative, be more poetic, be more verbal about your with yourself, you can just communicate with yourself, journal. So all those things can happen, you know, when moon is in your 12th house. And children are going away from you, moving away, shifting, drifting apart, or maybe they are planning their future. Some kind of relationship issues can happen as well this week. So you need to work on those areas. Health, you have to work on your health also. You have to follow a strict diet, strict fitness regime, because Jupiter is also looking at your 6th house. You are gaining weight, so you need to work out if you're gaining weight. So all these are the positions, and Lagnesh is after all going to be transiting through. So for you, Moon's transit is the most important, which actually, you know, jumps, and your life is pretty jumpy. You know, it's a jumpy, bumpy ride, because you see 4, 8, 12 signs are the signs who actually get involved in the metaphysics, or mainly, you know, the astrological or any kind of occult sciences. So they are, because you know, they are very, very receptive and intuitive. So when moon is transiting these zones, especially the 12th house, 8th house, 6th house, 4th house, so you become very intuitive, you know what's coming. Okay, so this is the time period when on the 17th onwards, especially for 2 quarter days, you might experience those kinds of energies even more. Okay, so maybe some revelations. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, first of all, your Lagnesh is going to be transiting out of your 7th house, and it's going to be transiting your 8th. So whenever, you know, sorry to say this, but, you know, whenever Sun is transiting the 8th house, it happens for everyone once in a year. Because everybody will be having some sign in the 8th house, and Sun transits every month, changes signs every month. So what happens, you know, when Sun is in the Pisces sign, in the 8th house? So this is like, you know, it gives you some kind of, because your Lagnesh is going to the 8th house, so it is giving you that lack of confidence, actually, you know. It depletes your energies, your health suffers, and especially, you know, with the 8th house transit, you know, it makes you very insecure, possessive, jealous. With Sun going there, you know, you will get, because Sun is going to be in the Gandanta zone also. When Sun is in the water sign, it moves into the fiery energy. But this is an Arohi Surya. It is moving towards its exaltation. Arohi is moving towards exaltation. Ucha Abhilashi means it's going towards exaltation place after this, but it is going to be crossing the Gandanta from water energy to the fiery energy. So you need to prepare for that. And to prepare for that, you have to go through that grind. And this is the last sign of the natural zodiac also. It means you will be super, super spiritual. So this is a transformative energy that you every year go through whenever Sun transits during this time period in the Pisces sign from 14th March to the 13th of April. Just go back and see, Leo people, what happens during this time period. It's very positive if you are into astrology, if you are into research, or you are into deep subjects, if you're dealing with those kinds of subjects, or those kinds of arenas of life. So with this moon's ingress also in your you see it's moving into from 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th houses this week. So when moon is in the Pisces sign, Rahu and Mercury are there, and Mercury is your wealth giving lord. So this might just bring about some changes in your budgets, and maybe your expenditures. Maybe there is a lot of expenditure this week to start with on the 11th and the 12th. So you're feeling a little restless because the money is flowing out. But this is also a good time for dealing with the taxes, if you want to pay off your tax or you want to get your insurance done. For all that, it's good. You can park your funds, you can fix them rather than, investing somewhere where you are not too sure. And Rahu energy is also there in the 6th house. So you need to take 8th house. So you need to take care of your health also. Okay. Mercury is there, skin related issues and speech related complications because Sun is also going to be there. So you have to take care of the conversations that you're going to be having with the authorities. Maybe they are not agreeing upon what you're saying and conveying. There can be a miss here and there. So you need to be careful on the 11th and the 12th. Don't pick up on anyone. No arguments. This is not the right time to do so. 8th house is also about deep-seated fears. You can have a lot of desires, insecurities you can feel also, but at the end of the day, you will be coming out with the flying colors. So don't make any hasty decisions during this time. Take care of your mental setup. Whenever moon is in the 8th house, that's called the Chandra Ashtama, and that brings about a lot of commotion. So that's not the right time to make decisions because you're very emotional. You can be very sensitive and very emotional, and this becomes a little difficult to make decisions. Moon will be transiting your 9th house on the 13th and the 14th. Explore your mind, your capabilities, your potential. You do have it. Jupiter is in the 9th house. So as it is, you're very philosophical. You're actually freedom mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. That is more important for you during this time period. You really want to enjoy, you want to unwind, you want to go for a vacation, you want to read a novel or a book or a scripture, you want to just meditate when moon is in the 9th house. This is the 12th house from the 10th. So maybe you're traveling for work. There is a possibility of meeting those kinds of people who are in the realms of educating you. You might just learn something new, some new thing which is very positive for you, which is that makes you very optimistic, that optimistic approach towards everything. So maybe you're going to be getting those promotion or those growth prospects opening for you. Evaluate your spiritual path during this time. Maybe you're going to be going to visit a spiritual place or a religious place, and you're going to be very meditative also during this time. And moon is going to be in your 10th house exalted, and that's happening on the 15th and the 16th in the 10th house, and it's going to be trying to Mars and Ketu. See, I will be making a separate video of the signs who are afflicted right now in the sky also. Since 5th of February till the 15th of March, your Taurus sign is also afflicted because Mars is in trine and Ketu is also in trine. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So these are actually volatile energies. You have been very aggressive. You have been experiencing all of that. So aggression is at the workplace. So you're not able to, focus more. You're feeling that, you have so much of potential. You are working in isolation. You feel that, there is no support system. And whatever you're doing, it's not giving you the results that you deserve. So from 15th March onwards, you will feel the positivity. You will suddenly gear up. But yes, sun is going down, and there is an eclipse also happening in your 2nd and 8th axis. So you see, everything is not, always, there has to be a balancing factor. Good will always have bad, and bad will always have good alongside. So all the transit positions, there are 9 grahas. So out of 9, only 2 are the major positive grahas, or we can say strong grahas or benefic grahas. So definitely it's a ratio, 7:2 or 2:7. So you can't expect things to be really, very positive and, just good things happening or just the bad things happening. So we have to accept everything, not giving you a lecture or something, but yes, that is how astrology works also. So if there is anything wrong in the chart, which is not giving you good results, there is always a balancing factor. You are pushed, and to that extent only where you can actually handle. God has his divine plans. Okay. So that's what, in the 10th house, you have to surround with yourself with people who have a positive approach, positive outlook, and you yourself should not be negative. Just just keep doing your thing, just keep doing your karma. You quit your karma. Forget what the others are doing and saying. They're trying to pull you. They're trying to just, drag you down. You're not able to evaluate, well, your goals. You don't know what is your goal, Suddenly you start feeling lost. That kind of a feeling you will have this week. So just make sure that you do not lose control. Your mental setup has to be handled by you yourself. It's just heads up. I'm just forewarning you so that you're forearmed. When you're forewarned, you're forearmed. So make sure that you do not lose your control. Just work on the issues that you're dealing with. You have to handle them well at the workplace, especially. You're not feeling that satisfied. So that's something that you have to take good care of, actually. If you can handle this well, then your career-wise, this is a good week for you, okay? You are a workaholic. You are going to be working really hard this week, maybe a long working hour, or maybe, long working hours, or maybe too much of workload. Then moon is lastly in the 11th house, and that's when it's the 17th, and it's in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. Saturn, Venus, and Mars, sorry. So this is how, this works. So in the 11th house, you feel like expressing yourself as an individual. And you're very innovative. You want to be with your friends. You want to socialize. You want to party. You have worked a lot. You want to be with your family, with your friends. So in that zone, you will be in that mood. But remember, there's a Saturn, Venus, and Mars, which is also in trine in the 7th house. So maybe there can be some complications with your partner, or the partner is very aggressive or isolated, or maybe, you're going out for dinner and there's an argument. It could be with anyone you're close to. It's not necessary that your spouse or your partner, business partner, or, if you're solo also, there are people around you. So 7th house is everybody around you. So be supportive of them and support the community. Be more charitable this week. If you can donate something, all the more better. And donate something which is in, yellow in color. So that will be good for you. And take good care, handle your emotions well this week. Children, as far as your children is concerned, it's a good transit for you. It's a good week for you. They might just be traveling. They might be just thinking of enhancing their skills also for student natives. For health purpose, I would request you, you should take care of your dental treatments and your liver as well. Take care and go for a thorough checkup. And when Rahu and Mars are there, you have to take care of your heart also. You can be gaining weight because Jupiter is also there. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th houses. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. So when moon is in your 7th house, this is the time period you will be very emotional about or possessive about your partner. You can be you're prone to your relationships more, or you want to handle them well, or you want to just understand your relationship. You start a new relationship, you want to be more expressive. Your feelings, you're going to be expressing, so you're vocal. It can lead to some complications though, because Rahu energy is also there. We should not forget that. And Sun is also going to be transiting there on the 14th of March, and it's there till the 13th of April. And we're heading to eclipses also in the zone in your 1-7 axis. So this plays a very, very important role, because you are going to be handling all this yourself. If you're feeling that these energies are actually, taking over and they are just absorbing and consuming you, you need to hold yourself now, from now itself, from this week onwards, especially this week. This is the week when you will be on the all-time low with your 7th house affairs, not in totality, but 7th house affairs. 7th house is about business, partnership, relationship, people on the whole. So you should visit a spiritual place. You should get more spiritually inclined, and you should go to a religious place. Visit a temple, visit a mosque, visit a gurudwara, visit a church if you can. Visit either or, and just maybe any place where you find solace. Maybe going to a garden, a place, a park, just roam around the place where you feel that peace is there, because you need to, because this is a Pisces sign. You need to isolate yourself. Isolate yourself from the people who are pulling you down. Okay. Don't be too possessive and overprotective about in your relationship. Or your partner is also like that, maybe, you know, right now. Very protective, very possessive, suspicious kinds, what this person is doing, what that person is doing, and, you know, what is my partner doing, where is he going, where is she going. All those energies are also predominant with Moon and Rahu and Mercury there as well. Okay, so you need to be in tune to these surroundings. Okay, and also don't make any hasty decisions as far as your you know, signing of the contract or anything, you know, especially 13th and the 14th. There can be a mistake that you can commit while signing any kind of deed or any kind of you know, PR, visa, etc. If you're applying and you have to fill up the form, so you can go wrong. So be careful on the 13th and the 14th especially. If at all you're having anything, you know, any kind of investments also, you need to read the documents well. There is a possibility of making good amount of money this week as far as your finances is concerned, as far as your investments is concerned. That way it is a good transit. And 8th house is also about other people's money. That makes you emotional. Maybe, you know, you're connecting with your in-laws and they give you something and you get very emotional, or maybe you make good amount of money this week and you are very emotional about that. You have very strong emotions, you get caught up in also some deep-seated fears, some kind of you know, insecurities also you go through when Moon is transiting the 8th house. It's a Chandrashma. That is why, you know, you should never make any kind of important decisions when Moon is in the 8th house. You can go wrong. And especially, you know, it is about your workplace. There can be some thing amiss at the workplace. Okay, or maybe with your friends, your friends are leaving you and going overseas, or they're getting the you know, they're getting appreciations, and, you know, they're going to be acknowledged for their work, or promotion on cards, or transfer for your friends or older siblings can be going overseas also. And Moon is going to be in your 9th house on the 15th and the 16th. Moon is exalted and it's in trine to Mars and Ketu. So when Moon is getting impacted by Mars and Ketu, so it's better to explore your mind, be more philosophical, learn your talents, enhance your talents. Learn something beyond what you are. Okay, what is your capacity? So this is something that you're going to be on the exploration trip. You might just get into the depth and the detail of whatever you have learned or whatever you have done. So this might just bring that inner you in the limelight. You are more, you know, optimistic. Don't take life very lightly also. You become very serious, extremely, you know, serious, or very optimistic. Suddenly, you know, you're too optimistic and less serious. Either or. That is what happens when Moon is transiting your 9th house and Moon exalts here. So you're thinking too loud about your financials. You're working on your, you know, your family, your food. You're maybe you're thinking of how you can, you know, be a better person, how you can evaluate your spiritual path. All that, all those energies are going to be predominant during this time. There is a possibility of travels for work, long distance journeys, and expenditure on your, you know, you're spending long hours at the workplace during this week. 17th Moon is going to be in your 10th house, and this is the time when you have to make sure that you're choosing to surround yourself with positive people. Be more communicative. Evaluate whether you you know, what are your goals, how you can set your goals, and how you can fulfill your desires as well. It is going to be in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mars when Moon is in your 10th house in Gemini sign. So this is going to uplift your career, uplift your social status. Or maybe you're working towards that also. Some goals have been set, you have completed your task, now you're going to be getting more. So you have to find, you may find you're not satisfied with whatever you have done. So you're redoing. Maybe, you know, sometimes what happens, you know, we do some work and, you know, we have to redo it again and again. And as it is, Mercury is also in affliction. Mercury is documentation, all those, whatever, you know, you communicate and whatever you do, that is, we see from Mercury's condition. So Mercury is your 10th lord after all, and it is considered to be not that great a combination when Lagnesh and 10th lord is with Rahu. So there can be a miscommunication. There can be difficulty in handling your job at the workplace. Okay. So take care of all of that. As far as your children is concerned, it's a good time. For student, it is also a very positive time. Competition, if you are sitting for an exam, etc. So this is going to bring that competition success for you. Also, there is a possibility of organizing your calendar, working out, fitness regime, you're following a diet plan. All those energies are also predominant, but you are definitely feeling quite isolated with Ketu in your first house. You're not doing things as per the desire of others, but you're doing things as per your own desire. You're a solo person right now. You're solo, isolated, and you're doing things as per your whims and fancies. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. See, Moon is going to be in your, 6th house. That means you have to plan everything very well in advance. This is a good time for sitting for an exam, applying for an application, organizing your calendar. What do you really want to do in the upcoming week? You plan everything when you are having this Moon transit in your 6th house. 6th house is also about working, too much. Too much of workload is there. So you need to get done everything at ease. Don't take it too heavy. Okay, because this is the house of routines also. What is your routine? You won't stop until everything is finished, and you pay more attention to the little things, tiny most things. You will be get nitty-gritties. This is the house of that. You will get into the depth and the detail of everything, but you should look at the bigger picture. You're ignoring the bigger picture and you're just getting involved in the little things. So you need to be more productive. You need to be working on the bigger picture. Focus on what is in your hand right now, because Rahu energy is there. So whatever you have right now, just focus on that. Mercury is there, study. If you are a student, study. If you are into marketing, you do your thing, sell your product. So all that is what you should plan and do when the upcoming week on the 11th and the 12th I'm talking about. Okay, don't drain yourself. Don't get carried away in multitasking. Your health can be a concern. You should schedule a checkup, eat right, exercise. Adequate sleep is required. Body is telling, take a break, take a break. Too much of stress is there. Give yourself a break. Okay, there can be some kind of chaos, and there can be some emotional combats that you have to go through with this Moon in the 6th house. So how you do it, it's very simple. You have to organize everything. This is also the house of organizing. So once you organize the upcoming week, definitely you're good to go. Moon is going to be in your 7th house, with Jupiter and Mars and Saturn are also looking here. So Aries natives, they're already feeling, not the Aries, I mean Libra, the 7th house zone, they're already feeling that you're more, your relationships are intertwined with feelings. Too much of feelings. You're prone to expressing your feelings with your partner, and you're going to be making your partner more emotional, or the people that you work with, they are very emotional. So emotions doesn't only mean that it's about your relationship, it's about your life also, because Jiva Karaka, Jupiter is there. So you're now very emotional. Where am I going? What am I doing? How can, getting into that microscopic level to understand your life. So you are already feeling those energies, from a long time, since Jupiter is there. Mars has been, since the 5th of February here in the 4th house. And Saturn is looking from the last year, January onwards. So you have been experiencing life in a very detailed manner. What next? Where next? All those things you're going to be, these aggravate when Moon goes there. So you might just be feeling that, you're overly protective about your life. You're overly concerned about your life. Take it easy. Things will happen. Now you're in tune to everything also simultaneously when Moon goes there. So, your relationship, your feeling around your work, your work culture, your co-workers, your colleagues, your fellow learners. You're going to be working on all those things. Your feelings are towards those even more. How you can improvise. Maybe you go for an overhauling, your own looks, your own personality. So when Moon is in the seventh house of yours. And you can maybe buy some new clothes and, dress up and look a little different also. And connecting with your partner in relationship, of course, you are very, very emotionally attached, and your behavior can be, very nurturing kinds when moon is there. You yourself, you are feeling that, you want to do for others, the community. Moon is going to be in the 8th house on and exalted on the 15th and the 16th, and in trine to Mars and Ketu. So whenever Mars and Ketu are, aspecting a zone, it's a fiery energy after all. And Moon is vulnerable in the 8th house. So what happens? You feel very low. Suddenly, you're very, very emotional. You're emotional how people are making money, how, you're just trying to complain, or you're trying to compare and then complain why, I am not doing well, why, those insecurities actually, entrap you. So you need to be having derived those energies from Mars. Being anxious is Ketu. Don't think too negative, or don't get jealous or possessive about uh, your people around you, or the people that you are in and around, because this is the time period you will experience all these energies with Mars and Ketu also looking here. You can go a little aggressive, wild, and there is some health issue also, you can experience some stomach related issue. So be careful. That's why, I'm just telling you in advance that don't think that life is that tough. You're taking life too seriously. Okay. Just let go. Any kind of travel plans, or any kind of visa application, or any kind of examination you have to sit for, avoid 15th and 16th. Okay. After that, when moon moves into Gemini in your 7th house, 9th house on the 17th, it's going to be in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mars. So that's the time period you can use this time to the maximum. You can be spiritually inclined, you can explore your hidden realms, you can learn, you can explore, you can be free mentally, physically, emotionally. You can explore the hidden realms also. You can explore beyond whatever is ahead, whatever lies ahead. You can upskill yourself, learn a language, laugh it out, on your own condition and state. Okay, fine, let it be. It can't change right now. So what can I do? I can simply just laugh at it, pass this time crying or laughing. It's up to you. If you're feeling any kind of negative results of the planetary positions or the dasha right now that you're in, so just relax, I would say. Okay. The best thing that you can do is just see the positive side of life. That will make you a little better. Okay. You will feel better. You will experience the better results also of life, what is giving you. So you need to accept everything. And as I say, it's a quicksand. We all are in the quicksand. If the more you struggle, the worse it gets. So just relax. Okay. Things will get better. The gradual phase of life, it is going to get better. You are, as it is, I have seen with the Libra natives only, with Jupiter in trine, with Jupiter in your, in the, as you can see, it's looking at your lagna. So this is a big time saving grace. You must accept things like this, Wow, what a beautiful time. Okay. So if you have to travel, make sure that you do it only on the 11th, 12th, and then on the 17th, if you have to make any travel plans. Okay. So good for student natives because Venus, Saturn, Mars, they all are going to be in your 5th house, looking at your 11th. So there can be some good communication with your friends, community you move around in. There can be a party that you can throw this week also. You can mix with people, mingle with people also. Okay. Don't take life too seriously. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. So 5th house transit is actually considered to be very positive as far as your creative energy is concerned. Your mood swings are concerned. You might just feel good about your connections, your creative pursuits. You're going to be feeling quite fun loving, entertaining, and like you might just go for a movie. You might just watch a movie. You spend time out of your house. So this is what, maybe you're traveling and enjoying your travels, and, maybe it's a holiday for you. So 11, 12, good time for you. Actually, it is actually giving you that fun time. You might just connect with your children. You might just take children out. You can feel a little lazy also during this time period, and you might just get connected to your partner, your romantic partner also, or some ex-partner comes into your life also. Maybe this week can be like that. So this is like, don't get overindulgent. This Rahu energy, Rahu gives you that overindulgence. So you have to be cautious about whatever you do it moderately. Don't get carried away and overboard. Moon is going to be in your sixth house on the 13th and the 14th, with Jupiter and Mars and Saturn will be aspecting the zone as well. So you have to be more organized. You have to maybe, plan your calendar. You can be feeling that, this is my workload is increasing. I have to work more. I have to complete the task. So all those energies are also, going to be taking over. And this is the house of routine also, productivity, too much of work. So getting into the depth and detail of everything, because of course, we have Mars and Saturn also looking here. So you will get into the depth and detail of everything. You're draining yourself also. Don't get angry. Don't lose your control and peace of mind. So work meticulously, organize everything, organize and park your funds well. Don't get carried away and take a wrong advice and fall into that soup. Don't regret later. So this is not the time period to make any major decisions as far as your practical realms are concerned. Take care of your health also, fitness regime. Just go for a diet plan. If you are experiencing something, some kind of losses in and around litigations, loans, and, with the disease that you're experiencing, that there is some health issue. So this might be a relieving period. You might feel quite relieved. It is a good time period for your father's wealth prospects, or, job, maybe some kind of, promotion coming his way. It's good for your father's, of course, father's life. It's going to be a good time period for his work also. Okay. So you may have on the 15th and 16th. Now that's the time period when Moon is exalted, and it is going to be trying to Mars and Ketu. Mars is in the third house and Ketu is in your 11th house. So this is not that great for your children's health. This time period, especially, on the 15th and the 16th, if at all you have children. Now, this can be a very positive time to express yourself. You can go a little emotional and overboard in your relationship. You can trigger a relationship also. This might be a good time period for spiritual as well as physical connectivity with your partner. So that kind of energy is also predominant. There can be some kind of short journey that you'll be taking with your partner. Maybe you're going, just taking the partner out on a date, or just going for a dinner date, something like that, with your partner. And this can also be a very important time for investments, or, pumping money into your business. If you have that, if you are into business, so this might be a very important time period, 15, 16, especially of March. So make right kind of decisions and choices, and be in tune with your feelings about your relationship and your partner, and what you need for them. Feeling like you need to be around people and can be hired these few days, and can make this a social time also. Ketu is there, so there can be some kind of isolating energies also predominant at the place of work, or with your friends or the community you move around in. Your behavior is very pleasant, and you are very emotionally attached. You're very nurturing kinds. There can be that you are going to be making some, buying some new clothes also, or visiting a religious place as well. Okay. 17th is the time period onwards, actually 2 quarter days, but 17th is the time period when Moon is going to be transiting your 8th house. Now, this is about other people's money, how you manage them, how you are focused on other people's affairs, or, money, or something hidden which is coming into outshining, or it's coming out, and it is like, something which was to be concealed is actually, shown. So this is not the right time. You have to hold yourself as well. This might just be bringing about some deeper issues. Your focus is on emotions, and they are very intense. So deep-seated fears, insecurities happen when moon is in the 8th house. So you should not make decisions as far as your investments are concerned, as far as your signing of agreements and documents is concerned. So you have to be careful on the 17th especially. Okay, if at all you have any kind of feeling like jealousy, possessiveness, or anything that is hidden, so you need to work on those also, on those areas as well. Okay, so don't get carried away and make wrong choices and wrong decisions during this time. This is little difficult time period, so you need to be planning everything really well. Okay, don't get carried away and make wrong choices and decisions, especially at the workplace, investment wise also, because 8th lord and 11th lord are the same, and Ketu is also in the 11th house. So you will not be able to make money out of money during this time period. Take care of your health also on the 17th. Eat right. There can be some indigestion. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th, and lastly, 4th, 5th, 6th, and lastly, the 7th house for you. Okay. Now, with this transit, you will be experiencing, to start with, that you want to spend more time at home. You have been traveling, you have been out, and now you want to be in your zone where you want to be with your own family. You want to evaluate your roots. You want to just get connected with your childhood friends. You want to redo your place. You want to just have some kind of fixing done. Something is broken at the home front, and at home, so you want to fix it all up. Okay, so that is where your mental and your physical channelizing would be. So you're going to be more involved in your subconscious mind also. Sometimes what happens, we start thinking about our childhood days or our past memories. They reveal, or they just come up again and again. So that is when moon is in the 4th house. Especially 4th house is the house of mother, past life, past days, and what your home, your nurturing, your nature, your it's about your your home and your environment. So you just get connected to those areas even more. So maybe you're redoing your place. It's like redesigning, redecorating. So that is also moon in the 4th house energy. Rahu is there, so you can have some something to do with past, which can just give you some some emotion, outbursts of emotions also. Okay, emotional upheavals, I would say, rather. Okay, don't become needy or avoid people too much during this time, or just thinking that I can't do without them, or overly two extremes. So be careful about those things, those areas as well. And of course, we do have moon in the 4th house, so maybe something to do with property matters, vehicles, or starting a new education plan. You're thinking of starting a new business. Traveling overseas is also quite possible. So 11th, 12th, you might be just having all of these. Then 13th, 14th, Jupiter and Mars and Saturn are going to be, making connection with this moon, because Saturn and Mars are going to be aspecting. They are aspecting, Mars is aspecting since 5th of March. So you might be having some kind of issues to deal with your partner, with your romance. But this is a good time you feel good about your surroundings. You want to, you were homey 2 days back. Now you are outgoing types. You want to spend time out of the house, outside the house. You don't want to be at home. You want to unwind. You might just be going for movies. You might be just going and watching polo or something, which is like unwinding. That kind of a feeling you're going to be having. So you're going to be having fun activities. You're going to be more creative. You're going to be meeting children. You're going to be going to an orphanage, maybe, because Jupiter is also there. So you might just be meeting some. It's a good idea also, actually, if for a remedy sake, if you can just go and serve children, or the blind school, or somewhere, the orphanage, or if you can go and connect with children. So this is a good time period for that. You're more creative, you're more emotional, you're channelizing your creative outlets. You may be in the mood to love, romance, spend time with your partner. Your children may be more emotional, or you're going to be more emotional about your children. You might be just spending more time with your children also. Laziness can set, more responsibilities. So because this is the zone where, you want to just unwind. So you're lazy also. You don't want to do anything. Now, after this, suddenly, after 2 days, that is on the 15th and the 16th, now there's a lot of work to do because you're now in the routine. That's how the cycle goes. So in the sixth house, you're very tied to your emotions, working hard, getting your work done. You have a lot of work, and you have a lot of work to do and handle, and you are too much into the nitty-gritties. Okay, I have to be more productive, I have to be in the routine, I have to my calendar, I have to organize how the upcoming week is going to be, how I should plan my investments, how I can make money out of money. All those things will be predominant on the 15th and the 16th. Here, moon is exalted in the sixth house of yours. So you need to take care of your health. You can be very nurturing kinds. It's a very good placement for the nurses and the doctors as well. And Mars and Ketu are as it is in the trine to the zone. So you can be the nurturing one. You can get into the depth and the detail of everything. You can be more productive. You can connect with your co-workers also. It is good for exercising. You need to take adequate sleep now. You need to eat right kind of foods because Mars is there. So you're eating oily foods any which ways from the 5th of February onwards, till the 15th of March. You have been eating all the heaty and the oily products. Mars does that. So it's okay. You have to work out now because Jupiter is also looking at your Lagna. So you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your body. You can't abuse it. You need to work on yourself and don't stress too much. Don't stress too much. Organize your calendar. Everything will fall in place. If you have to make any travel plans for work, to maybe start any new projects, meeting investors, etc., you can do that also on the 15th and the 16th. 17th is the time period when moon is going to be in your 7th house. So you're more intertwined with the relationships, your partnerships, businesses, or maybe your relationships. You're going to be, if you're solo, with the other people who are around you. So you're going to be working on all those things. You're going to be expressing your feelings. You're going to be taking your partner on date out. Maybe you'll be asking a date out. That is on the 17th because it's in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mars also. So you can be more physically agile. You're more into emotions now. You're going to be working on your feelings or proposing that person or, the person you're dating. You feel good about your, surroundings. But at the same time, you're very, very emotional. So you need to be very careful about your emotions. Don't get carried away and make wrong decisions. You can just leave your partner also. So you're already contemplating on all those things as well. Depending on your personal chart, of course, it will vary. The intensity will vary. Okay. So that's what is happening. And now coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. All right. So for Capricorn natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 3rd, 4th, and 5th and 6th houses. And sun is going to be out and will be transiting your 3rd house. 3rd house placement is not bad, but there's eclipse, which is happening in the 3 and 9 axis. We do have Mars changing signs. We do have Venus changing nakshatra. We do have Mercury changing nakshatra as well. So many things are happening. Many planetary shifts are happening this week. So to start with, moon is going to be transiting your 3rd house. And 3rd house is the house of communication, imagination, how you replenish yourself emotionally. So maybe traveling, maybe engaging in your community. You're going to be communicating more. You're going to be expressing yourself. So this is a very good time period for writing something. If you have any plans to write, your curiosity is higher, you're learning something. With this house getting active, you're feeling very positive. Your siblings are feeling very connected with you, your neighbors, your siblings. But yes, they can be going overseas also because Rahu energy is also there. But whenever Mars and Rahu are connected to each other, either the partner is foreigner, if a male partner is foreigner, or your siblings are going to be traveling to the overseas lands. If you are, in a place where you're sending your partner, your siblings overseas. So we have to see these kind of combinations, just a small input. So now, with Rahu in the third house and Moon also there, Mercury also there. So you have to take care of what you communicate. You can go a little sarcastic also. You can speak something which is going to be hurtful. So you need to take care of all of that. You have to be very positive in your approach. You have to be less sarcastic, or we can say no sarcasm at all, if you really want the relationship to be, not hurtful. Okay. Then we have Moon transiting through your fourth house. Jupiter is there on the 13th and the 14th. Mars and Saturn are looking here. So this is a good time for purchasing of property, getting connected with your family members, doing things at home, being at home, working from home. You have just done your travel. You finished up with your traveling. Now you're just at ease. So 13th, 14th, you can unwind. You can redo your place where you're living. Maybe there's some some change in your wife's or your husband's profession, career, job change that is coming in. Or there can be that you're laying foundation to new things. You're going to be looking at a bigger picture now. You're connecting with your family values, your friends, childhood days. All those happen when Moon is transiting your fourth house zone. And fourth house is also about planting trees. Maybe you can go and plant some trees, or you can connect with your mother, take help and advice of people who are helpful to you. Connect with them. You have not connected with them from a long time, so you need to connect with those kind of people as well. Okay, your friends, etc. And of course Jupiter is there, so you can start your maybe some education plan as well. Moon is going to be in your Taurus sign on the 15th and the 16th. It's exalted in trine to Mars and Ketu. So this is something that you have to really be careful about, your relationship. First of all, your relationship with your children, relationship with your partner. If you are solo, then maybe there is a relationship which can break up. If you're already in a relationship, or you're thinking of starting a relationship, that will not culminate. So you need to take care of your stress levels also. You need to unwind. You need to see the bigger picture rather than just getting involved in the current problems. Okay. Your children might be just needing your help and advice related to your job, to their job. Okay. Or maybe they are into studies, so they might just be requiring your presence. They need your guidance. You can be more creative also now. You can help them creatively. Okay. Your mood is into love, relationship, romance, physical relationship, meeting the partner physically. All that can also happen. Get more spiritually and physically attached to the partner. This is not the time to to start any litigation. Maybe you will get the verdict of a litigation also. Your pets, you'll be connecting with your pets also. Maybe you have to take them out to a veterinary. Okay. Don't be lazy. You are going to be pursuing some hidden qualities of yours. Maybe hidden talents. Suppose you want to play a violin, so you might just play a violin. Depends as per your wish. What is your desire? So you might just be getting in that zone as well on the 15th and the 16th. 17th, now everything is like getting over. Now you're getting back to the routine. You were in the fun activities. Now you're going to be in that work activity. So you're going to be more organized. You're planning your month ahead or calendar. Okay, I have to organize everything now. There is something more to towards you're inclined to. That is your productivity. You can be more into details. You want to do things not superficially. You can be involved in a relationship also. You can be maybe during this time, on the 17th especially, you can be more on the health concerns can be there, because 6th lord is with Rahu. You need to take care of your health. Get yourself examined. Go for the checkups, the proper checkups. Schedule a checkup with your doctor. Eat better, exercise, fitness regime. You have to follow a fitness diet regime as well. Your body is asking rest, so take rest. There can be some complications at the workplace with your colleagues, with your seniors. Don't pick up on any kind of arguments during this time. If they say it's like this, so you should be also having that kind of acceptance. Okay, yes, I can also go wrong. Structure everything, well planned. Okay, so this is a mixed bag for you, I think, this week. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your second, third, fourth, and fifth houses this week, and Sun is going to be leaving your first house. It's going to be in your second house, where the second and eighth axis is the eclipse zone also. And Venus is changing nakshatra, Mercury is changing nakshatra. So this is a very important and a very crucial week for you. And you see, Rahu and Saturn are very, very predominant right now in the sky. So these two very strong and a very powerful energies are coming together in a way. So we have to be very careful, and we have to be very, we don't have to be more on the selfish side. Actually, we're becoming very self-centric. We have to look at the bigger picture. We have to be helpful. We have to do for the community what we can give back to the community. That is the big time saving grace with Saturn in your first house. Saturn is actually a very hard taskmaster. Your workload is increasing, you're isolating, you're spending less time with your family, you're irritable. All that is because of the Saturn energy. I always tell in my videos, since Saturn is transiting here, it's like a Sadasati for you. If you have any planet whose Dasha is on, that is also Sadasati like results, because Saturn is transiting over there. So anywhere you have any planet in Pisces, in Aquarius sign, any planet, and you are in that Dasha also. So this is little tough time for you. Okay. So make sure that you do your thing in an organized manner. Don't lose control. Don't lose your temper, and do things which actually require attention also. So you can be very emotional about your finances, about your family, about your food, eating habits. You're going to be more, there's a greater chance of buying in impulse something on the 11th and the 12th. So you need to be really careful. Sun is also going to be transiting here on the 14th of March. So you, as it is on the 11th, 12th, when Rahu and Moon are there, you can feel little insecure. You can feel a little jealous also of others. Why others are making money, I'm not. So that kind of a feeling can also be there. Why others are progressing, I'm not. That kind of a thing happens with Moon and Rahu thing. So it will be over. Don't worry. That is not a permanent thing. But you have your monetary status you're thinking about during this time. Follow your value system. Follow the ethics if you really want to grow, because Rahu will not let you. Something which is bothering you, something which you are not able to, that security is, the issues are there. You're feeling quite insecure with Rahu in the second house. So you want to make money out of money, and you want to just, you're craving for rise and money during this time. So you need to be very careful. Don't be overindulgence in whatever you do. You have to eat in moderation also, because Rahu doesn't have a storage. He just eats and doesn't know where it's going. So you just keep on hogging. That is why he's ever hungry, means hungry for everything. So you need to draw a line. You need to have demarcation here. So if you're working through your finances, you're working through your food habits, so you need to be having that, that, oh, I don't have to go overboard in eating habits of mine. Okay. Then we have Moon transiting through your third house on the 13th and the 14th. Jupiter is already there. Mars and Saturn are going to be aspecting the zone. So you need to take care of your communication. Maybe some documentation is going to take place this week, and you have to make some presentation. You have to travel. You can be a little restless and uneasy also, because somebody can be pinching or maybe some words which can lead to some, irritability also. So avoid any kind of, any kind of communication which can lead to some problems later. So don't be sarcastic. Don't be sarcastic, and don't take anybody's sarcasm as well. Okay. But you are making an improvement to close the environment that can make you feel better and right. And, you're going to be actively engaged in your community. You can communicate how you're feeling, what is your job, what else can you do to improvise. You're very imaginative. You're very curious for higher learning, higher education, higher studies, how you can grow better. And in your relationship with your siblings and neighbors, how you can improvise. All those can also happen, and you will. this is the time period you will work on these and you will definitely get the relief also. See, Saturn is looking, Mars is looking your third house. So any which ways, you're feeling those negative vibes, from others. So you need to be really, having that patience and cool, maintain that. Okay. Any kind of overseas journeys is also possible. 11th, 12th, 13th, and the 14th would be the time period when Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn are aspecting. So that is over. Then 15th and 16th, Moon is going to be in your fourth house, exalted in trine to Mars and Ketu. See, fourth house is afflicted. Whenever fourth house is afflicted, it means that your roots, your peace of mind, your mother, all these areas suffer. So you need to be really very careful in your decisions as far as your assets, your property related matters are concerned. As far as your mother's health is concerned, what kind of changes you need, how you can strengthen yourself. If you are placed at home, you're not going out anywhere, you're working from home, how you can be more positive. They can be that you're more at home, redoing your place, renovating. All these require attention. So you're spending a lot of time. Or this week, you're going to be, plugging that leakage which is there. So you're going to be working through all those energies as well. You're going to be very nurturing kinds. You can be connecting with your mother. You can be, connecting with your memories. You go down the memory lane and just take out those albums and the videos, etc. You're going to be watching, which, you made with your friends, etc. So you're going to be more involved in the emotional bent of mind. So that is on the 15th and the 16th. And Venus is going to be in Shatabisha, so you can heal yourself also and others as well. And Moon is going to be in your fifth house on the 17th in trine to Saturn, Venus, and Mars as well. So this is the time period when you feel more connected with others. You want to engage with your creativity, your pursuits, and you want to learn something new. You want to unwind. You want to maybe, pursue your hobby. All of a sudden you want to just, pick up that violin, play, or you want to go for squash, as I do. I used to do, now I've stopped because not keeping too well. So you can go and play squash. You want to just unwind, dance. So all those happens, and you can connect with your children, you can connect with your romantic partner, you can meet a potential partner also during this time. Don't make any decision regards to your relationship. It can just be some kind of negative energy which is flowing. You might just make an impulse, some wrong decision. I don't want to be in this relationship, I want to break up. All those energies can also be there. So you need to be very careful about your mood swings. But you are on that unwinding. You can be lazy, you can be overindulgent also. Entertainment, creativity, all those, which actually, our fifth house is the house of entertainment also, so children, entertainment, creativity. So all these are interlinked. So you might just be getting in that zone of not working, but enjoying. So that's something which is good also. But overindulgence in any which ways is not that welcome. Okay. So coming to the, so yeah, that's what. Sun is going to be leaving the zone. Second house, you have to take care of your food, family, finance, and, your speech when Sun and Rahu are there together, and your father's health as well. And Sun transits on the 14th of March to the 13th of April. I'll be making a separate video soon on Sun's ingress in Rahu Ketu axis. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. All right. So for Pisces natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your first, second, third, and fourth houses. And first house is about, cycles beginning, like new cycle is beginning. So you're going to be very emotional, spiritual. You're going to be more communicative. You want to express your feelings that might be just, too strong, and you can be very impulsive also. You can be confused. You can make wrong decisions. You can be overconfident. You can be, because of Rahu and Mercury, you can be very self-centric also. You're thinking about how you can grow faster, how you can make money out of money, and how you can, be more creative, how you can make the best use of your potential. So it's like, speed. You want to do things very, very, very fast with Mercury there. Rahu is slow, but Mercury is fast. How the snake wriggles and sniggles, it's slow. So that's how, Moon over here can give you that confidence, but it can lead to overconfidence also with Rahu energy. It can be an expansive energy over here. But you can be more involved in spiritual realms, traveling. All that happens on the 11th and the 12th. and you can be little, vulnerable also. So be sure that you are not giving up and giving in to others and others' emotions. People can fool you, people can betray you also. So you have to be very careful about all of that. And this is the time to stick to something, and because your mood is very unpredictable and you're very moody and you have those mood swings. So express your feelings, but yes, maybe, just keep a constant check also on your emotions and the moods. Then moon is going to be in your second house on the 13th and the 14th, and Jupiter is there with Mars and Saturn also looking there. So your second house means it's the house of speech, food, finance. So this might just bring about, too much of your uh, inclination towards making money out of money, budget planning, how you can be more, how you can grow, how you can be moneyed, how can you connect with your family, how you can take the help of your family to grow inheritance, etc. You're working through all of that, and you can go very impulsive also in your purchases. You have to be careful what you're buying, what you're, where you are spending, what is the savings that you have. So all that you have to work through. How your self-esteem and your monetary status are linked, maybe, and how it changes, and your relationships, how they can be of support, how you can feel more secured, how you can be more, on that connection with your own self in such a way, that makes you grow. But you have to be in moderation in whatever you do. You don't have to think you have to go overboard. Maybe, you are pushing yourself. Okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can multitask, and I can make quick bucks. So that's not going to be of any help. So you have to be careful. You have to take care of your family values, respect. Okay. Don't leave your righteousness. Though Jupiter is there, you will never leave your ethics with the Jupiter's presence there. And Lagnesh is also Jupiter. So this is something which actually keeps you going. But Rahu is there in your first house. It's a Guru Chandal kind of a yoga, no? Because Rahu is in the Guru's house. You will have a tug of war any which ways. I can go and opt for that path, which is easier, where I can make money out of money easily. So you have to be careful about all these things. If you want to rise, you have to put your efforts there. Moon will be transiting your third house, and there can be some short journeys on the 15th and the 16th. Moon is exalted. Moon is in trine to Mars and Ketu. Drive safely. Keep a constant check on your vehicle. Take it to the garage on time and get it repaired. This can be also the time period when you will be having a lot of restlessness. You can be bored. You can be, too much mentally charged. You want to acquire more knowledge. You want to be more reasoning. You want to be more logical during this time period. And you want to replenish yourself emotionally also. You can get engaged in the community. You want to converse with people, how you can be more, well-equipped, curious about learning more and more. So this is good for, your intelligence, connecting with your siblings. And this is also the house of communication with your friends, family, people, peers around you. So get connected, connect with your mentor, and derive whatever you can, from, just connect with him and just take him or her and take that help and upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. Okay. Short journeys on cars this week on the 15th and the 16th. 17th, moon is going to be in your fourth house. You can be homey. You can be doing something at home. Maybe you're very curious about your childhood days, and you connect with your mother, you connect with your friends, you call them home, and it can also strengthen you. You're grounding yourself. You're planting yourself in a positive manner when you're having moon in your fourth house. You're going to be doing or redoing your place. You are renovating your place. You're understanding your intimate relationships. You're going to be more involved in that private affairs. Subconsciously, you're working through through yourself, how you can be more emotionally stronger in the future. So you are having all those themes playing, with Saturn, Venus, and Mars also looking here. You can be forming a good connection with your family members. You can have a physical relationship with your partner on the 17th. So this is something which is like, the fourth house affairs. You can start an education plan also. Maybe you're going to be going overseas and studying something, or preparing for some exams, etc. also. Okay. Take care of your health. Any which ways you have to take care, because Saturn is in your 12th house with Venus, your 8th lord. So you have to take care of your health, lower abdomen, legs, feet. Money is coming. Don't worry. Money will be there. Okay. This week. So let me see. Okay. So let me stop sharing this. Okay. So I have a few questions here, I think. Still waiting for the weekend alignment, 7-day week. Yavana Jataka. Brad. Okay. Okay, I will go through the question again. Can I ask regarding the birth chart? No questions on the birth charts, please. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a great week ahead. And of course, you will be calm and peaceful, I'm sure, with the upcoming transits and the eclipses also. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Om Tat Sat.